President Obama flip-flopping, changing his tune on the NSA spying program. But do his new proposals that he made on Friday actually offer protection to Americans' privacy? Let's talk to senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano.
Stevie, good morning. The president's new proposals do not change the fundamental principle that the government on a massive scale is violating the fundamental right to privacy that every American has and the specifically guaranteed right to privacy in the Constitution. The Constitution doesn't say all spying is illegal. It says spying on all of us is illegal.
Sure.
So if the government wants to spy on a conversation you and I are having, it goes to a judge and explains to the judge why in that conversation it will probably learn of some criminal activity. But that doesn't give the government the right to get a warrant or the judge the right to issue a warrant to spy on everybody in the state of New Jersey or Bergen County in order to capture just you and me.
But they don't call it spying. They've recorded all our phone calls. They've got all our text messages. They can turn our phone on in our pocket and listen in if they wanted to.
You know, the Washington Post reported on Friday afternoon, shortly after the president's speech, that the NSA is capturing 500,000 buddy lists a day. Now, you and I are of a generation where we probably don't use buddy lists, but a lot of people listening to us do and know what we're talking about. And 600,000 address books a day and 200 million texts a day, all without a warrant specifying the person from whom the information is to be taken, as the Constitution requires.
And see, the president and the Congress is going along with this. This is a much different President Obama than he was back in 2007, where he said he was going to stop this stuff. Remember this?
This administration also puts forward a false choice between the liberties we cherish and the security we provide. I will provide our intelligence and law enforcement agencies with the tools they need to track and take out the terrorists without undermining our Constitution and our freedom. That means no more illegal wiretapping of American citizens. No more national security letters to spy on citizens who are not suspected of a crime. No more tracking citizens who do nothing more than protest a misguided war. No more ignoring the law when it is inconvenient.
Okay, so that's when he was running for president. Now he is president. He's still doing all that stuff.
He's still doing all that stuff. He proposed two changes. He proposed that instead of the government keeping all this massive information, some third party, private industry or some neutral group keep it, but then the government could go in there and take the information whenever they wanted. And he proposed that some lawyer appear before the FISA court and argue against what the NSA wants.
Sure.
That would be impossible under the Constitution, and he ought to know that.
Let me ask you an exit question, and that is, I've heard a number of Republicans on television say, look, we need all this stuff to protect us. Trust us. Do you?
The Constitution doesn't trust the government with this kind of information. There's nothing more specific in the Constitution than the Fourth Amendment, which I just described. You want to spy on somebody? Go to a judge, get a warrant about that person, not about everybody else. Otherwise, we have the hallmarks of a totalitarian government, the kinds which we have fought our just wars against.
And that's what they're doing. All right, Judge Napolitano, thank you very much.
Pleasure, Stevie.
All right.